Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel Alexandru. On this channel you will find news and information about cryptocurrencies and business, also very good information about different methods of earning money. If you like this Alexandru YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. In the clip presented today we will talk about, what does maximalist mean, Bitcoin. As in any field, various currents of thought have formed in the crypto world, and one of the most notable is Bitcoin maximalism. Being a Bitcoin maximalist means adopting the Bitcoin maximalism current in your way of perceiving the world of cryptocurrencies. What is Bitcoin maximalism? Bitcoin maximalism is the view that Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency that has a future and that humanity needs. Maximalists consider all other cryptocurrencies to be inferior and do not follow Satoshi Nakamoto's vision described in the original Bitcoin white paper, whereby virtual currencies are decentralized and do not represent companies or governments, while many altcoins are centralized and follow pump and dump schemes. Although maximalists are considered extreme in ideology, being too attached to Bitcoin, there are also benefits to maximalist thinking. The advantages of maximalist ideology, a Bitcoin maxi, as it is often called on social media, also has some benefits due to its thinking, easier and more relaxing. The level of anxiety is directly proportional to the number of cryptocurrencies you are trying to keep up with. But when you're chasing a single coin, you don't use up as much nervous energy, you are more protected from spikes. When you only believe in Bitcoin, you will not be exposed to dubious projects and obscure coins. You'll be much safer from FOMO and avoid many rug pulls and scams that may seem legitimate at first. You are part of a tight-knit community. Maximalists, being relatively few in the crypto world, form a stronger sense of community, developing long-term relationships with each other. Compared to the average crypto follower who is looking for an opportunity and doesn't have as pronounced a sense of identity or belonging. Disadvantages of maximalists: we don't want to create only a positive or negative image of maximalists, we try to present all their facets, so maximalist thinking also has disadvantages, including extremism. Often a maxi gives the impression of being part of a cult with an extreme view. For this reason, maximalists are frowned upon by most of the crypto world, who consider them too extremist and elitist. Don't maximize profit. Although they know that a bull market has an alt season, maximalists refuse to invest in alternative cryptocurrencies because they consider them inferior. Even though they could have made more money that they later invested back into Bitcoin. Regret: although some maximalists seem hardcore and don't touch other cryptocurrencies at all, they still regret not buying ETH when it was under $10, not believing in altcoins and could have made a fortune with them. But they rationalize the phenomenon by the fact that the risk is higher and not worth it. Although ETH has appeared on exchanges since 2015 and has already demonstrated longevity and a promising future, maximalists continue to consider it just a shitcoin. Envy: we're all envious sometimes, but it's more difficult for maximalists when they see how altcoin creators get rich, or investors who buy coins other than Bitcoin. But, he explains his phenomenon by judging them, considering that all altcoin creators must be scammers. Maximalist versus Moon Boy: if you have a bad opinion about maximalists, let's not forget that things are relative. At the opposite pole we have Moon Boys, those people who are willing to buy any cryptocurrency as long as they promise to get rich overnight. They believe that the token they bought will reach the moon. In general, Moon Boys are beginners, or just extremely optimistic people, who take risks without realizing it, and maybe each of us has gone through this phase, but they probably have the most to lose. If you had to choose between being a maximalist or a moon boy, perhaps most people would still prefer maximalism, because at least there is long-term thinking, the middle way. Obviously, the healthiest is to find a middle way where we can also be conservative, betting on the top 10 to 20 crypto, or big caps instead of only Bitcoin, but also risk-tolerant, having a strategy of profit maximization by allocating an amount for shitcoins as well. The difference between a moon boy and someone experienced investing in super risky cryptocurrencies is that the latter knows his risk tolerance and allocates the budget accordingly. Who are the Bitcoin maximalists actually? It seems like just a label, but so far I have not given concrete examples of people who are identified with Bitcoin maximalism. Let's see who are the leaders of maximalists, be it influencers, investors, or well-known personalities. Max Kaiser, an American millionaire, media personality, known for the Kaiser Report financial show where he discusses innovative economic theories. He became a proponent of Bitcoin and then one of the great Bitcoin maximalists, Michael Saylor, CEO of MicroStrategy. He is not a hardcore maximalist, but he only promotes Bitcoin and has not bought any other cryptocurrency besides BTC. He has more than 100,000 Bitcoins in his fund. Tone Vays, a Bitcoin influencer and consultant. Tone is a hardcore maximalist who worked as a trader on Wall Street. Jimmy Song, a Bitcoin programmer and influencer. Jimmy is friends with Tone Vays and a true maximalist who likes to write pro-maxi arguments on Twitter. Willy Woo, a trader and influencer known for on-chain analysis. This is not a hardcore maximalist, because he also trades other cryptocurrencies, but he said that he is betting on Bitcoin to win the monetary standard, becoming the world's reserve currency. Anthony Pompliano, multimillionaire entrepreneur, a true ambassador of Bitcoin, he predicted that the price of 1 BTC will surely exceed $100. 000. He is also a powerful influencer using his influence to support the maximalist trend and attack the competition. For example, he argued that the US government could abolish Uniswap if it wanted to, but it could not abolish Bitcoin. Adam Back and Samson Mow. Adam is the co-founder of Blockstream, the over $3 billion blockchain development company. There are rumors that Adam Back is the real Satoshi Nakamoto, but there is no evidence of this, although some maximalists actually believe that he is Satoshi. Adam uses subtle and clever comments on Twitter that betray his maximalist outlook, but is not as vocal as his colleague Samson Mow, who is an active maximalist. There are many other personalities who promote the cryptocurrency Bitcoin without being maximalists. Among them are the Winklevoss twins or Elon Musk. What are the arguments for Bitcoin maximalism? Maximalists rely on certain arguments when expounding their theory, so let's see what they mean. The cryptocurrency market is a monopoly, zero-sum market. As with gold, it became a standard and all countries used it as a reserve, while other precious metals such as silver or platinum were not part of the standard. Maximalists believe that the same will happen in crypto, with the standard to be taken by Bitcoin. Examples can go on. For example, in the search engine market, Google is a monopoly, because we only need one search engine, we don't need 10. The counterargument is that the cryptocurrency market is not necessarily a zero-sum, multi-currency game. They will have a future together. 95% of cryptocurrencies are scams. Today anyone can create a cryptocurrency. There are also tokens that are created automatically by bots. The number of cryptocurrencies displayed on CoinMarketCap is over 10,000, but tens of thousands more are created without being listed on blockchains such as Ethereum or BSC, and their number continues to grow as we can create tokens on numerous chains. So, by number. Indeed, most are definitely scams, or at least pump and dump, but the counterargument is that if we take market capitalization, we can see that percentage drops dramatically. Smart contracts can also be made on Bitcoin and any application can be built. Bitcoin code can also support the creation of smart contracts for decentralized applications just like we see on Ethereum. The counterargument is that the world already uses Ethereum and the other blockchains created for this purpose, and on Bitcoin there is no demand for this. Even if it is possible in theory, Bitcoin is the most decentralized cryptocurrency. Bitcoin, being the oldest cryptocurrency, is also the most well-known and indeed has the highest degree of decentralization due to the distribution of nodes on the network and the consensus mechanism. Are Bitcoin maximalists right? Everyone can judge with their own mind whether they are right or wrong. They are right about some statements, but what will decide the future is the need of people, who seem to prefer to have more investment options with different degrees of risk, suitable for each one. But it seems anything is possible in the crypto world, so you never know. If you got this far, thank you for watching this video clip available on the YouTube channel at Alexandru. If you want your friends to know about this video clip, share it on social networks. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like to this video clip.